got this light from the Rebbe. Now go share MyMaor videos with your friends so they have the Rebbe's light too. That was me in the video. It's funny to hear my voice coming from an animated character. I love doing this because it's my way of sharing the Rebbe with other kids.
To celebrate Video 1000, MyMaor is going big. We're publishing a brand new 12 Psukim comic book. And guess what? It's free! All you gotta do is share the light in 3 simple steps. Go to mymaor.org/share to get your unique link. Share the link. And 3, get 5 new families to open a free Maor account. And your book will be on its way. Today we're going to ask you, how did the Hasidim react on Yud Tes Kislev? Listen closely and follow along, so you will know the answer.
Zadie! Did you hear the news?
Of course he did. Zadie, I bet you heard before we even did.
News? What news?
You didn't hear? We have a new sister. Her name is Chana. Here, we printed a picture for you.
Of course I heard. Your mommy called me right away. Mazel tov, Kinderlach.
You should hear her crying, Zadie. Every time she wakes up, she goes, wah!
No, not when I hold her. My teacher told me that Simcha is the key. So when I pick her up, I smile and laugh, which makes her calm down.
Rivke, that is the smartest idea I ever heard. Does it really work?
Yes, it really does.
That reminds me of a story. At a different time, people had Simcha, and it helped them. But I think you might need to go home and help with baby Chanye.
We still have some time, Zadie. Please, we must hear the story about Simcha. It will help us have even more Simcha.
Okay. Well, it's really about the Chassidische Yom Tov that's coming up very soon.
Yud Tes Kislev?
That's right. Yud Tes Kislev is the day that the Alte Rebbe, the first of the Nesiach Chabad, was freed from jail. The Alte Rebbe was in jail in the capital of Russia, in the city of Petersburg. Many hundreds of thousands of Yidden lived in Russia, but there were rules about where in Russia they were allowed to live. Because the city of Petersburg was the capital, Yidden had to get special permission to live there, and only a few Yidden were allowed. The whole time the Alte Rebbe was in jail, the Hasidim were in such pain. Can you imagine? The Rebbe was in jail, in a dirty place, surrounded by goyim, and they couldn't see him. When the Hasidim heard that the Alte Rebbe was released, their joy had no bounds.
Had no bounds? What does that mean?
That means that it had no limit. It had no end. They were so happy. They were overjoyed, smiling, dancing, and even rolling, doing somersaults through the streets of Petersburg.
Gewalgert in the Gassen von Petersburg von Rev Simcha.
But I thought most Yidden weren't allowed to be in Petersburg. Do they all get special permission?
What a Yiddish cop. That's right, Sholem. Some of them were not allowed to be in Petersburg. But did that stop them from rejoicing in the Simcha of the Alte Rebbe's release? No! They walked around the streets with their payas, wearing kapotes, looking like clear, proud Yidden, dancing and acting happy. And guess what? No one bothers them. No policeman gives them a fine. And no neighbors ask them to stop making noise. Nothing.
Bis in Asami Neffen, das hat nicht geschaut und die alle, was haben gepravet dort die Simcha bei sehr Häufen, haben sie der Funde gehabt, der noch die Schwierigkeiten und hat gekonnt, Mamschir sein bis Simcha so.
How come? Because when you do things with Simcha, then...
Simcha parts together.
That's right. Simcha pirates together. Der Simcha broke to all the boundaries and rules that were in Petersburg. They just served Hashem bis Simcha.
Wow! They were so brave. I want to try it too.
Of course, Sholem. When you serve Hashem with Simcha, you'll see anything that would stop you will fade away, and it will be even easier to do what Hashem wants you to do.
Today's question is, how did the Hasidim react on Yud Tes Kislev. Video number 1003, we asked you, what do we learn from the Rebbe's Farbrengen Motzei Simchas Torah? And the correct answer is number 2, to have Achdus throughout the year. And the winner of the MyMaor raffle is Leah Brisky from Brooklyn, New York. Join the next raffle by submitting your answer on mymaor.org. Mazel Tov and happy birthday to Rachel Aviva Dahan from Montreal, Canada. Chava Lazarus from Lakeland, Florida. Musya Fried from Brooklyn, New York. Binyamin Zarchi from Remsen Village, New York. Mayor Shlomo Kabachnik from Belém, Brazil. Ahuva Leah Reuter from Oak Park, Michigan. Shalom Doiber Bat from Brooklyn, New York. Ahuva Chana Bat from Brooklyn, New York. And Sarah Lerman from Brooklyn, New York. We'd like to wish you a Shnas Hatzlacha Begashmius and Beruchnius. May you continue to be a proud soldier in Tzivos Hashem, giving the Rebbe Nachas and bringing Mashiach now.
Listen closely and follow